Okay, so all this section over here, we covered all of this yesterday, so I don't think we have to go through it again. I think we did really good. Here, flip the camera around. I think we did a great job over these last few days, even with the rain too. Oh, there's a drive-through. Hold up, I'm gonna flip it back around again. Hang on a second, guys. Hey everyone, so I just got done getting footage of the limbo competition. So that was really exciting. I mean, the only unfortunate thing is with the music, I'm not sure how the YouTube copyright algorithm is going to play out with that, but I'll worry about that later. I might even post that whole thing as a separate video. But anyway, again, there's just so much here. I know I've said this so many times, but I mean, just so many different things going on. So anyway, they got the rolling exhaust at 4 o'clock. It's almost 3 o'clock now. I'm going to turn the camera on so I can get this car coming through. Oops. Ooh, look at this. So those are the three winners right there. You got the Cadillac and you got the other two rides there. Can't remember if I got these or not, but we get them again. I like the design work on this Porsche here. Very nice. Let's do one last walkthrough. All right, yeah, we got all this, so we're going to go ahead and start to head out now. That Corvette is sick. Look at that Vet. Wow. You got this Vet, and you got the Viper. Which do you guys think looks better, the Vet or the Viper? Here's a Viper. Definitely looks very low, menacing looking. And this Vet looks pretty sick too. Both rides are really sick. Look at that. Both sexy rides. You got the Vet. You got the Viper. See if I can get a kind of thumbnail shot of this. Yeah, both sexy rides. All right, now we really got to head out, seriously. So look at this, it's kind of emptied out already now, so they're kind of winding down here. But boy, what an event. What an amazing event this was. Whew, look at these, God. It's just so much to see. I'm like a kid in a candy store, I really am. Look at those. Damn. I would have loved to have done a live stream of this. Unfortunately, I didn't do it. I just gonna opt for just uploading these to YouTube. That should be fine. So they got some other exhausts going on. Badass, look at that flag. That is such a freaking cool flag. Kind of see that is such a freaking badass flag. Doing a little more exhaust stuff over there. Time to roll, man. Time to roll. All right, so we'll go through the stop section here on our way out. I'll stop it here, I think. Let's see. Oh, there's a stop I want to get real quick. Oh, look at this one. Wow, that is sexy. Yeah, even though I did get subbed yesterday, there are definitely some cars that I did not get. I don't think I got this one. So I'm just gonna make the best of what I can as I'm heading out now. So this car right here, this is the only one of its kind. This is
Hirsch Trollar.
what's it?
Hirsch Trollar.
Hirsch Trollar. Wow, look at this.
Only Hirsch body kit in the United States.
Wow, so this is a very, very unique body kit. Only one in the U.S. Look at this. It's a nice looking wagon. And you know what's funny is, you see, I'm kind of narrating right now for the YouTube. So what do you call? I noticed the wagons are very popular in Europe. You see a lot of the tricked out wagons in Europe. So it's good to see this in the States. But this is a really, I love the color. I love how it's dropped. This is a nice freaking Saab.
Look at the seats too. This is all imported. The whole interior is imported. All kinds.
Oh, let me get. Oh, look at this troll. Look at that. Oh man. And you can tell the interior is very, you can tell the dash is driver focused. Notice how you have the how the controls are angled more towards the driver. So you have nice driver focused design by Saab on there. Oh, check out the so I'm gonna guess that knob is not stock. That does not look like a stock knob. So let me zoom in on that knob. So that does not look like a stock knob to me. The shifter, that looks like definitely it looks like you got some. Hey, that's not stock, right? The knob, no, and the,
that's all the carbon in here is made by a gentleman by Wang Boss in Taiwan, custom made.
Okay.
Including carbon fiber A-pillars, door handles, door tops. He custom made the steering wheel, the dash.
I'm gonna go around the other side. Look at the exhaust here, guys. So you notice how most exhausts are typically cylindrical. So this is almost like, it's almost like oval. It's a weird shape. And it's got like you got two exhaust ports here. So this is a very interesting car. And look at the troller, look at that. He's hailing from Maine. So you see the hearse back here. You got the car back in there. So let's go in. So here's kind of one of the zoom on hall. So you have a lot of carbon fiber in here. So this guy from Taiwan, he's the one that did all the carbon fiber. There's a lot of carbon fiber. Look at the steering wheel. And even look at the dash. You can just see a lot of the carbon fiber elements all along that whole dash. So there's a lot of carbon fiber. So whoever did this did a nice job, because that's a lot of detail. That is a lot of carbon fiber included on this. Look, you even got it on the side. Look at all the exposed carbon fiber you have. So so the mirrors too, you got carbon fiber on the mirrors, and just kind of right between the window and then kind of where the chassis meets the windshield. So you have a lot of carbon fiber. Yeah, this quite a car here, man. Quite a car.
Tubular manifold.
So you have a lot. There was just a lot of carbon fiber. So I got a question. So the carbon fiber here, was that done by the same guy?
All carbon fiber was done by him, except one piece in the car is original Hirsch carbon fiber.
Okay, that makes sense. So I guess, the car itself did have some carbon fiber. That was maybe just one piece, but you guys saw just how much carbon fiber was inside that interior. And then you have some over here too. So yeah, whoever did the carbon fiber did an outstanding job. Oh my goodness. So you even have carbon fiber even just around the grill too. So just on the grill, you have all this carbon fiber here. So yeah, this is a really impressive job. So if you guys want some carbon fiber done, you definitely got to go to this guy from Taiwan. What's his name again?
Wang Boss.
Wang Ball. So the guy's name is Wang Ball. So if you guys are looking for, if you guys want to add more carbon fiber to your ride, whether it's the interior or the exterior, Wang Boss is the guy you want to go to. So yeah, this is outstanding work. So I'm glad I got to see this as I was heading my way out. This is just a stunning ride. It's so good to see something like this original. That's kind of what I love. That's kind of why I love going to these events, when you see something you haven't seen before. This is something else I haven't seen before. Not only that, this will be a good thumbnail. Look at how you have the Saab here, and you can see the Swedish flags in the background. That's really hot. Look at that with the Saab flag. That's so fresh.
It is. That's good looking right there.
That is cool, man. Look at that. So my man there, what's his name? Kurt Holmes called this thing a Saberado. This is a Silverado, Saberado. But I'm going to talk more about just a lengthy conversation that I had. So you got these Saabs over here, and this one over here. So this is owned by a gentleman. I believe his name is Kurt Holmes, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Well, anyway, let me get into it now. So this car here, he's driven this car like crazy. This guy's got 40 Saabs. I'm going to talk about it in a little bit. Let me start heading out here. But that's a nice looking Saab he's got there. So one last thing I want to add. He's built every single one of his cars, and every single nut and bolt was built by this guy. So anyway, let's roll. So I had a lengthy conversation with a gentleman named, I believe Kurt Holmes was his name, and he owned that red Saab wagon that we were looking at. So yeah, he was really interesting. So he's like a diehard Saab person. He owns 40 Saabs. I think all of them he built himself. So he owns 40 Saabs. He's in construction, and he's worked on and owned 40 Saabs. And I asked him, how'd you get in this Saab so much? So it was in the early 80s, I believe. He had a Saab, and he drove it like 600-700 miles. He put a whole bunch of miles on it, and he just kind of fell in love with it. And it became his passion. So, oops, yeah, I hate stupid hand gets in the way. But what do you call? So yeah, very interesting. And he's from Maine. He's from near Bangor, and he goes to a lot of these events. Yeah, I think his Saab won like three competitions or something like that. 3 times he got first place with the Saab. But really amazing. It's funny. Hold on a second. I'm gonna rest my arm. You know, it's funny. As I was talking, I was trying to get these Saabs in the background, but I don't want to get negative here. But I had a friend of mine, ex-friend. He turned out to be a real asshole. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into that too much. But he had said a car is a tool. That's what he goes. A car is a tool. He just said it kind of dismissively, you know. And he's probably right. Yes, it's true. A car is a tool. I mean, it depends on what you mean by tool. I guess I'll just kind of extrapolate a little bit. Yes, it's true. A car, for a lot of people, cars aren't a big deal. You just buy a car and you get from point A to point B, and nothing wrong with that. That's fine. But, you know, I don't agree that simply a car is just a tool. I think a car is also, you know, it can be something that gives you passion, and it's, you know, it's a means of expressing yourself. You know, it can be used for sport too, motorsport, even for status, a lot of different things. So a car can have a lot of different, a car has a lot of meaning. And, you know, it has a lot of different purposes, I think. And with this, our gentleman here, I mean, he just fell in love with the Saab, and he just totally extrapolated that love to 40 Saabs. It's very, very impressive. And he's driven for a long time. He took one drive to Chicago, I think from Maine to Chicago, 22 hours straight the guy drove. So that's really impressive. He just said he wasn't tired. He was kind of wired. And he said, let's get this ride in the background here. But anyway, so he had said, let me rest my arm. But anyway, he said basically that, you know, he's driving a car, he's in a car that he loves, and he's listening to the music. No one else to talk to. He's just in it by himself in his car, chilling his ride. He's like, you know, I couldn't be happier. And that's how he was able to drive 22 hours straight. Very, very impressive. But it's just impressive listening to somebody else's story, and, you know, just really being able to appreciate the passion people have for their cars. All right, let's keep moving. So we're passing through this. And you know what's funny too? It's kind of ironic. I just kind of, you know, we're going through a Saab section. What if I went through a different section though? What if I went through the Porsche section? I would have heard a Porsche story. Ooh, that is a freaking nice Saab. Look at this. Oh my God. So I want to get some of the classics as I'm leaving here, because I just love the classics. That's my thing. Look at that beautiful green. A very beautiful, gorgeous green Saab there. And the yellow one. I know we got these cars, but I can't help it. I love the classics. Beautiful cars. Oh God, I love that green. But yeah, I mean, I think Saab's really impressive just because I don't see too many of these represented anywhere, actually. I mean, it's just most of these events are dominated by Chevy, Ford, you know, nothing wrong with that. I mean, they're also good cars too, but I just don't hear much about Saab in general. So just good to, you know, see some of these cars that aren't represented very strongly. The Swedish flag over there. And this is the last shot I'm going to take of, I guess it's Schumann's Concessions. Well, let me get this Lotus real quick here. Ooh, that's a nice Saab. Look at that. So hey everyone, I want to just give one last shout out to Schumann's Concessions behind me. So, you know, yesterday I had their bison burger, you know, with an egg on top of it, and also lettuce, tomato, and onion. It was delicious. And then today I had the venison burger, also very, very delicious. I think both were good. To answer the question that the other lady asked me, I think the bison burger edged it out a little bit. I just felt it was just a little bit better than the venison burger. I mean, they were both really, really good. And then lastly, I had the elk hot dog. That was also really, really good. Very interesting taste. It definitely wasn't like your normal hot dog, so that was really, really interesting. I definitely want to go and visit them, actually, wherever they are. I'm going to look them up. But you know what? If you guys ever come to any of these events, I believe they're always here at these events, but you definitely got to check them out. Schumann's Concessions, they're very, very nice people, and they have really, really, really good, good food. All right, we're heading through the Audi section here. Those are the Opals over there. Actually, you know what? Let's cut to the Opals, actually. Just because they're not as common. You know, I've seen that blue Opal over there. I want to kind of go and get a little closer to that. Boy, beautiful car. And that's a nice one too. I just love how it kind of reflects. It has a little bit of like a, I don't know what. It's almost like a cross. I don't know if it's a cross between a Mustang and a Dodge and a Datsun. I just get a lot of different vibes from this. But boy, what an event. And my rinky-dink little camera really doesn't do it justice, I'm afraid. It really doesn't. Oh, that's such a nice Opel. Look at that, man. I'll stop recording it now. This is also one of my favorite cars too. This dub here with the green and the yellow brake calipers, I've got multiple times. That could be a potential, what do you call it, thumbnail there. But yeah, what an exciting event here. Got the Volksies there. And Volvo. Now that is a hot Toyota. Look at that color, wow. And you got the carbon fiber hood on that. Look at those wheels. You know, I just love how you have kind of like the almost like goldish wheels up against kind of that real light purple. That's a really, really nice color combination there. And you got some of the carbon fiber elements, very similar to that Saab. You have the carbon fiber elements. I wonder if that guy Wang Boss did this too. Ooh, that is a really, really nice interior. Boy, look at the door. Looks like you have, is that like Alcantara? I don't know what that is, but man, this is a really fresh interior. Let me pan back out. This Toyota definitely caught my eye. That could be another thumbnail too. Look at this. And I gotta get these Mazda too. You got the bike on top here, and these are also straight from Japan or what have you. You got the right-hand drive on these. Oh wow, look at this, man. The reason why I walked over this lane, I wanted to get these two Toyotas again. Looks beautiful with that sky in the background too. Look at that. So I kind of wanted to get this V12 here. So I got this one before. And again, notice how you have the mirrors. The mirrors kind of more toward the front. That's definitely only in Japan. And I think I remember from that event, the reason why they have that is just because it's so congested in Japan, you gotta have those mirrors. I believe that's what those are for. But anyway, yeah, this is, God, this is, you know, I don't think Toyota, because Toyota typically, you know, I'm so used to them making just your regular run-of-the-mill, very long-lasting, just, you know, cars. I'm trying to think of the right word. I can't even, you know, think here. So that's what it is. Toyota Century. V12 Toyota. Wow. Look at that Miata. That Miata, sorry. Look at that dub. Look at that GTI. Keep moving. So this is the Citroen section here. So I think this is a kind of a good way to finish off here. Just going by these Citroens. Yeah, this thing is freaking phenomenal. I got this already. I'm gonna get it again. Why not? Who cares? Yeah, I can't get over this interior. This interior is just something else. Yeah, I definitely got this dash before. Just absolutely breathtaking. Breathtaking interior. Alright. This might be the last row of cars. Yeah, that one's really nice. This is one of my favorite ones right here. I like this one too also. Here's the interior. Alright, this is me running like an asshole trying to get the cars leaving. Got that Lotus coming up. I'm gonna pause it real quick. All right, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and do my wrap up now. I mean, I'm at a loss of words here because I don't think I've ever been to an event like this before. I've been to a lot of really amazing events. Run to the Sun in Myrtle Beach was certainly an amazing event. Sprint Carlisle also was probably the most amazing event before this one, and that holds a special place in my heart because it was the Sprint Carlisle event that got me monetized on YouTube, which I'm very happy about. And also when I went to Monaco and saw Top Marks just like I think last week, that was also a very special event, seeing those cars there. But yeah, this was like nothing I've ever seen before. Just the just the variety. Just first of all, how many cars there were here, and the variety of cars, the variety of genres, and just how many of the rare cars you saw. I mean, there were a lot of rare cars, but this is the conglomeration of rare cars, like so many Citroens, so many Saabs, so many Opels. I mean, it was just unreal. The whole Rolls Royce club too. I mean, just that was just completely unreal. I'm gonna get some of these cars leaving in the background, and also the also some of the motorsport activity too. This is my first time filming that, and again, I kind of apologize if my footage wasn't the best. Again, I'm just trying to maneuver with the little rinky-dink S23 Ultra here. I mean, it's a great camera. Let's see if I can get that Opel leaving. It's a great camera, but it's a little bit hard to manipulate the zoom on it. I did the best I could, when I was filming the filming some of the autocross and filming the drifting and everything, and even also the rolling exhaust. That was kind of hard to get. Hold on. Let's get this Porsche leaving here. It's funny, I want to do my wrap up, but I just want to get all these cars leaving though. just like a kid in a candy store here with all these cars. See, this is what I mean. You got like a, you got a tricked out car, then you got like a really, got that Opel over there. That is such a beautiful car. Yeah, I hate to admit, sometimes I feel a little bit intrusive with the camera. People are like, yeah, it's like I'm just kind of creeping them with the camera and all, but it's all about the cars. You got some of the cars leaving, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up now. So anyway, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Bistragini. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I've also got a TikTok, even though I don't post it that much. And I provide all kinds of car content. You know, I cover classics, customs, exotics. Just last week, I covered a lot of exotics, whatever there was in Monaco, basically, and also in Zurich. And I was really happy to capture this event. Again, this is probably the best event I've been to. They're all were good, but just how much there was here was just unreal. It's hard to put into words. But anyway, hey, if you like the content, go ahead, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. And so one other thing I forgot to add. I know I mentioned this already, but I'm going to say it again. You know, I really want to give a shout out to the event staff, because they did a really nice job setting this event up, especially the ones directing the traffic coming into the event. Because then there was so many cars, and you know, again, like I said, it probably would have been quite a bit of chaos if it wasn't for the guys, you know, directing the traffic and telling the owners of the cars where to go. So they did an outstanding job. So they definitely give props and credit for that. So, yep. And then the other thing was, you know, I just also want to thank all the vendors for coming out here as well. They did a great job, and you know, I'm so grateful to have, you know, spent the money and had some really great food as well. So props to them too. But just an awesome event, and I certainly look forward to coming to Carlisle again to go to some more events. So okay, that's a wrap, guys.